What's up, you guys? Brad is here, and today I am in Billund, Denmark. And today here in this video, we're going to be touring Miniland. For those of you who don't know, Miniland is the part of Legoland where they basically recreated the world out of Lego bricks. Here at Legoland Billund, they have a ton of really cool things in their Miniland, so I'm super excited to show you some of my favorites. I apologize for how windy it is today, but the first thing I wanted to show you was Billund itself. Right here, they have recreated the Billund airport completely out of Lego bricks. As you can see, it is a pretty big build. They've included some pretty massive airplanes here, and this is actually one of the very first parts of Miniland you see right when you walk here into the park. So they've got all the terminals here, this massive airport, and what I'm pretty sure is a newer addition to Miniland is the actual Lego house. Of course, I toured that earlier on this trip. You guys can check out that video on my channel now, but this is a mini scale of the Lego house, which is not even that mini. It's absolutely amazing. It's really cool. I've never actually been on the roof of the Lego house, so I'm seeing some things for the very first time that I've never been able to see, but this is absolutely amazing. I love the view of this, and you can really see all the different things here. And I'm definitely gonna have to try and make my way up the Lego house at some point because this is just amazing. Speaking of Danish landmarks, over here they have actually built Copenhagen. So earlier on this trip, I got to visit Copenhagen for the first time, and it was amazing. So I got to visit this strip of the city here. It was absolutely amazing. So as you guys can see, they've recreated the canals here in Copenhagen, and they've recreated all of these iconic, very colorful buildings, which is really nice. This is looking just like the pictures here, which is really cool, except way less rainy than on the day that I went. You can see they've actually got water here, and the boat's tied to the side. And way down at the end here, you can actually see they've got a boat that is moving around the canal. So if we stay here, we'll see the boat actually come back through, but you can see they've also included the iconic bridges, all of the restaurants here with all the Miniland characters sitting around eating dinner, and this looks really, really cool. Across from Copenhagen, you'll actually find Holland has been recreated out of Lego bricks here as well. So keeping in line with the really cool water and the canal system, you can see they've got all of these windmills. They've got a very large train system which actually runs throughout all of the country here. You can see all the canals where, again, there are some boats actually floating on the water, which is really fun. One of the boats is moving right here. It looks a little lopsided to me, but it's still floating, so that is a win. But as you can see, it's continuing to go around here. Of course, we've got the main area of Holland here, which is absolutely beautiful. You can see all the different Lego bricks that is here. Over 2.1 million Lego bricks actually used in Holland here. It's an absolutely amazing and stunning build. I love the build techniques. We've got another boat that's floating through the canal here and a few other ships. Looks like a car is almost driven off the road, but luckily they didn't. We've got a very large bridge right here with some cars going across it. More boats. Looks like we have a little photo shoot happening on this bridge right here, and there's even a gentleman fishing on this one. Buildings here are very tall. You know, they're not mini figure scale whatsoever. They're Miniland scale, so they actually have fully custom minifigures that go in here called Miniland characters. They're really cool, and you'll continue to see them all throughout the park. Over here we have some more iconic Holland buildings. Looks like another photo shoot happening on this bridge, except this time it is a bride and groom. And this ship is really cool. This is actually a very large ferry, so it'll get all the way to the end. It'll stop. You guys can see it stop there. The gangplank actually lowers, so the bus here will actually be able to drive out and continue its way around the Miniland, which is really cool. Then another car will get on the ferry. It'll go all the way till the end, the gangplank will rise, and the ferry will make its way back. This right here is a massive oil rig, which is really cool. It's got all these boats floating around. The massive oil rig right here in the center with a working Lego crane, and I believe this one actually shoots water if you're not careful. It's got some windmills in the water. Oh, look at there. Something is shooting water there, which is really funny. Oh, and I see what it is. It is a Lego whale, which is actually jumping. Two of them are going up and down. So look, let's see it happen again. Oh, that startled me. It made me jump, but that's really cool. So we can see all of these ships moving around here. This one is bobbing all over the place. Looks like it might sink, but looks like they're floating in the meantime. Of course, we see all the wind turbines back there. All of them are spinning as well. Another massive ship right here. Across from that is this really nice bridge. And then it looks like we have a Lego castle, which is really cool. This castle has all these bats actually flying around. These are new additions because it is Halloween here at Legoland. But I'm really impressed with that bridge there. I think it looks really cool, and driving around, we have a bunch of cars as well. Right here, it looks like we have a beautiful little village that's sitting on top of the mountain right next to a port. Right here, we actually have Norway completely recreated a Lego as well. So we've got the beautiful canals right here, all of their ships lining up, and again, a ton more really colorful buildings. We've got a speedboat or like a little yacht or something like that floating its way through, a tour boat. Looks really cool. A huge ship right here. You can see it's got sails and everything everything. A bunch of the buildings are up here on the rock, which is really cool. And then we've got this massive building right here. I believe this looks like it could be a restaurant and a port, which looks really cool. Tons of details going on in this one. And then right here, this is really fun. We have a farmer's market going on. So you can see there are a ton of the minifigures all the way here. Some of them are shopping for clothes and vegetables. They look like they're shopping for fish. Really cool. Everything's going on here. Lots of vehicles as well. We've got some big statues and of course some more Lego figures dining at the restaurant. Over here we've got a massive church right here as well. That's absolutely beautiful. Built in 1705 and recreated of Lego bricks. Not quite 1705. And there's even some Halloween decorations in front. This is really exciting. This looks like a brand new addition to Legoland here. Not one that I've ever seen before. This is a Lego NASA. So we've got this massive spaceship right here. I believe it might actually be counted down to something because I hear a lot of sirens, but you guys can see we've got some more rockets back here, part of NASA, United States. These all look like brand new bricks. They're not as faded like any of the other ones whatsoever, but really, really cool. Tons of spectators all the way around here, which is really fun. It's nice to see that they made some updates to this one. Over here, it looks like they've got some hangar with some NASA things here as well. Looks like a NASA world, almost like a NASA amusement park, which is really fun. I've never been here, so I believe this is a recreation of something in real life, but I'm not entirely sure. I love the NASA logo that is built right back here. 2, 1. Oh, check it out. There was a countdown and the rocket actually lifts off and raises, which is really cool. Wow. Anyway, that is very neat. I love the big NASA logo here, which is really cool. Again, lots of the mini dolls over here. And it looks like we've even got some more ships over here, a huge NASA building, and of course, a bus going all the way through with a classic spaceman on it. So originally I thought this one was a space launch site, but it appears to be the NASA Space Center, which I believe might actually be in Florida and is a place for tourists to go visit. This is really cool. Right here, they've actually built a lock system completely out of Lego bricks. So you can see the water level here is a lot higher than the water level here. And what's going to happen is this bridge actually raises up, the boat makes its way in here, and then the water is going to drain and the boat is going to be able to come out the bottom here, which is really cool. It's pretty amazing that they've been able to recreate this out of Lego bricks. Oh, that's cool. They have a propeller plane here that's actually ready for takeoff, and another multi-part system for the locks, which is really cool. I always find it just really wild to see what's able to be recreated out of Lego bricks. This right here is another area of Denmark, which is really cool. So we've got another big wind turbine, a huge railway going around, and even a hot air balloon that floats up and down. More Denmark over here. This also appears to be quite newly added to the Miniland area here. You can see they have a few older buildings, but for the most part, some of the buildings are pretty new. It's got like a pumpkin patch here, some little ghost chase going on. Oh, look at that. They're actually running from these monsters. Got some cool cars driving through the city, including a garbage truck and a camper van. This absolutely massive building right here, which is really cool. And another port that's filled with Lego ships. Over here, we actually have some of the most iconic, tallest buildings in the world. Right here, we have the Burj Khalifa, which is actually found in Dubai. And look how tall it is. It just keeps going. Here we have the Shanghai Tower. The Macau Royal Clock Tower Hotel, which is not only very tall, but also just very large and impressive. Of course, the One World Trade Center from New York City. And I believe what I would say is the Taipei, which is actually a building in Taiwan, but I believe I may have butchered that name. And of course, we can't forget about the Eiffel Tower right here. This right here is actually the royal residence of Denmark, and I had the opportunity to visit this while in Copenhagen. It is such a stunning build and looks very similar to what it looks like in real life. You've got 4 entrances into the palace here. In the center here, we've got a massive statue of a person on a horse, and you basically can see that there are 4 identical buildings that form the palace. I actually got an opportunity to attend and see the changing of the guard, which was really cool, so it's really fun to see this now recreated out of Lego bricks. Of course, we've got the big archways over here as well, and the rest of the palace, which is absolutely beautiful, and you can just see all the different detail that was included on these models here. They're really, really cool, especially above each of the columns here on every building. My favorite is just seeing how many different ships are included in Miniland, because there are a lot, and I love Lego boats, so it's really cool to see all of them floating. Over here, we've got another really impressive city as well. This one has a Lego brick-built bridge, which is really cool. That was a mouthful. We got a bunch of different buildings here, a beautiful, huge church right here. This is stunning. Fun fact, this here is actually the oldest city in Denmark. It's very close to Skærbæk, and I heard it was amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to check it out on this trip here, but when I do come to Skærbæk again in the future, because I know I will definitely have to check out this town because it is very, very beautiful. But it's actually just right over here next to one of the other newer towns that we were were able to look at a little bit earlier, so you can see all the Lego boats and everything from this side here. Very, very impressive. I love this other Lego brick-built bridge, which is really cool. And we've got some other wind turbines here as well. And this whole area is amazing as well. We've got this absolutely massive cruise ship. We've got a crazy monorail that's running through the whole build here, and this huge container ship with a ton of containers. And then we've got a beautiful little city here right next to a brick-built bridge. And check it out, we've got a Lego train going through, and if you listen closely, probably too far away, but if you listen closely, you can see it's actually got train whistles. And of course, it has a huge station that services the train as well. Over here, we actually have a Lego submarine that looks like it is descending into the water, a little slowly, but it's still descending. I love how here in Miniland, they have incorporated a bunch of places from all over the world, but it does really focus a lot on Denmark and the countries around Denmark, which I think is also really cool, because that's what makes visiting Legoland Billund special. Up here on the hill, they've actually recreated a German castle, which is, I love this model. I love castles. This one's huge as well. It's cool because it's, really looking down at you. They've actually decorated it for Halloween, which is really fun, but as I said, an absolutely stunning castle. I love all the details included here. And here we've got yet again another absolutely beautiful Danish village with a huge church. This part of Miniland's actually a little hard to get to because it is part of a ride, but they've got some really cool builds that I wanted to show you. So this is the boat ride, so you can see all the boats are lined up there because the park is pretty much closed. We've got a massive Lego Taj Mahal, which this one is one of the biggest builds I think is in Miniland. It is absolutely insane. Right here, we've actually got the Tower Bridge, which is a Lego set that I am after right now. This is really cool. This time the actual road part is up, which I don't think happens very often, but it's a really stunning model. I believe this right here is the backside of Buckingham Palace. Of course, keeping with the London theme, we do have the London Eye right here. And then right here at the back, we actually have the Roman Colosseum. And of course, this one is quite a bit larger than the actual Lego set. Behind the Taj Mahal here, we actually have the Washington, D.C. Capitol building, as well as the Sydney Opera House. Here's the other side of the Capitol building right here. And of course, we've got a massive Lego Statue of Liberty. Again, this one is way bigger than the official Lego set. It's a really nice model. Look at all that sand green as well. Fortunately, I'm not sure what this building is called, but as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. I wish I could see a plaque on it because the colors are just so impressive. The roof design is incredible, and I love this centerpiece here. And of course, here we do have some beautiful models from Egypt as well. And of course, the final part that I would still consider part of Miniland, although it's kind of far away, is Mount Rushmore back here. It's actually next to the Haunted Mansion, but this is really cool because we have some of the former US presidents carved out of rock, but they're carved in Lego bricks. So unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show you guys everything here in Miniland, Denmark, just because there's so much to see. I can only look at so much and only see so many things, and I've been here now a couple times. Even though some of the displays are the same, I notice new things, and some of the displays are new, so I also want to spend extra time looking at them. So if you guys want to check it all out, of course, you'll have to visit your local Legoland, or of course, if you have the opportunity, Legoland Billund, because you will not be disappointed with everything you find here. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Stay tuned because I've got lots more content coming about my time here in Denmark, at Billund, at Legoland, Lego House, and all of that stuff, so you guys aren't going to want to miss it. Make sure you check out my channel to see it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys here in the next one.